Ireland have just released their team for their upcoming Six Nations match against Wales, and it's a very exciting selection. There's been a few changes, but they've also kind of kept the main crop of players, the main group of players together. And I think this is a really good selection from Andy Farrell. It kind of gives guys an opportunity that have maybe been on the bench a bit more, gives guys an opportunity that haven't played at all, and it kind of rewards guys that have actually been putting up their hand recently. And I think right now, where Ireland rugby is now to what it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, it's a completely different place. Yes, it's probably not best for Irish fans to get ahead of themselves now, but as a neutral, I can definitely say that I myself am more excited about Irish rugby right now, and I really do like the selection. Just going over the team, number 1, Tom O'Toole, number 2, Ronan Kelleher, number 3, Tide Furlong, number 4, James Ryan, number 5, Tide Byrne, number 6, Jack Conan, number 7, Nick Timoney, number 8, Caelan Doris as captain. So just looking at that whole forward pack, I mean, it's a bit of a different forward pack, O'Toole and Kelleher coming in, but Keller has had a lot of experience, and I think it's good for O'Toole to maybe get a bit more game time. He's been decent off the bench, but I think giving him a proper shot in the starting lineup might just even benefit him overall in the long run. I mean, yes, he's played a few games before. He's not inexperienced by any means, but right now, every year in and year out, a player still needs to kind of replenish their confidence, build up their confidence again. It's not a thing of if a guy played a few years ago, they're going to be confident now. It's actually, it can change week to week. So I think giving a guy like him game time is a very good call from Andy Farrell. And I mean, Ronan Kelleher, he does deserve the start. He's been really good off the bench. He's been very solid. And I think it also allows a guy like Dan Sheehan to have a bit of a break. He's one of the key players for this team. He had a massive performance against England. And then next week, I think they're playing against Scotland. That's going to be a phenomenal one. Some of the other guys can come in and really make a big impact. So this is going to be a really good opportunity for some of the players. Tide Furlong definitely needs more game time, but he was a lot better, especially around the park. One area of emphasis for the starting front row will be the scrum. But I think Wales do honestly have a strong scrum. That's probably one of their better places. So giving these guys an opportunity to get tested there as well will be good for them. James Ryan and Tide Byrne, I wouldn't say it's not expected. I did expect a guy like Joe McCarthy there, but having Tide Byrne there, you can't go wrong with that. He is the best player in this forward pack right now. He is the best forward in this team. He might even be the best player in the Ireland team overall. But then you have guys like Jack Conan and Nick Timoney in the loose forwards, which I think are so exciting. And it just shows the depth of this Ireland team, because normally you have guys like Josh van der Fleer, or you can have a Cormac Izuchukwu, or you have Tide Byrne there. Now you have two completely different guys in Jack Conan, who's a British and Irish Lion, first of all, and a guy like Nick Timoney, who's been putting his hand up, who's been phenomenal the whole Six Nations. You can be very confident that these guys are going to have a big performance, and it's not going to look like they are normal non-start players, because Jack Conan, first of all, is one of the best Irish forwards ever, and a guy like Nick Timoney is really putting up his hand recently and having phenomenal games. And I think for Tom O'Toole and for Nick Timoney, this is going to be a very important game for them to get a bit more confidence around them in that starting lineup. And it kind of makes Andy Farrell, it sends a message from Andy Farrell that says these two are now in the team. They haven't been there that much over the last few years, but now they're here and they are in the 23 week in, week out. We're going to give them opportunities now because they deserve it, and they need more game time because they are going to be important for us going forward. So I really like the look of the forward pack. It's got a different feel to it, but it's also kind of got that same fundamental base of guys that are doing their skills really well, guys that are dominant around the park, and guys that with a really high work rate around the field. Moving on to the back line, Gibson Park at number 9, Jack Crowley at number 10. Very good to see that they've kept the same combination. I mean, it worked against England. They have to kind of refine that combination now, get that consistency, get that continuity out of them going into the next World Cup. I think if your 9 and 10 combination is all over the show, then your team's going to be all over the show, especially when it comes to those knockout games of a World Cup where it's very important. So Gibson Park and Crowley, it's good to see them. Moving on to the centres, McCloskey and Ringrose again. Very good to see that as well. I know Ringrose, I kind of maybe gave him a bit of a low score against England. He was actually better than I thought, especially when I watched the game back. But McCloskey and Ringrose are creating a very solid centre combination right now. I did see that Bundi Aki was back, but it's for me, I'm actually happy as a neutral to see that he's not in the team, that they are rewarding those two and kind of building on those two as a centre combination. There'll be a lot more games to play the likes of a Bundi Aki or some other guys throughout the year. There'll be a lot of games for that, but I think right now, especially a week out, keeping those key combinations together, especially in the backline, will be important. Looking at the wings, I've gone for Jacob Stockdale and Robert Ballacoon, which I'm so excited about. I'm really excited to see Stockdale get another opportunity. He obviously didn't get that many opportunities against France, and I mean, the whole team against France just really wasn't there. They didn't pitch up. France took the whole game away from them early on. So it's going to be good for Stockdale to maybe get some good opportunities. I think he'll be going up against Ellis Mee, if I'm not mistaken, from Wales, which that'll be a very nice battle. Then you have the likes of a Robert Ballacoon versus a Josh Adams, which is going to be another awesome battle. That's going to be absolute cinema. So that's going to be really good to watch. Balakoon's been one of the best players in the backline for Ireland recently, and a lot of these Ulster guys have really been putting their hand up. If you think the likes of a Balakoon, a Stockdale, a Timoney, guys have really been putting their hand up, so it's very good to see from those guys. And I'd say right now, the squad, it might not seem like that many different names, but it seems like a bit more of a broad squad, a lot more variations if you think of what clubs they play for. So it's not just really dominated by one club as much right now, which is very good to see. And I think it kind of shows a healthy sign right now in the Irish team and in the Irish squad. So this is going to be a big game, because remember, if Scotland do beat France somehow, it's all to play for in the final game. So it's still a must-win game, and I can see that Ireland are not taking this game easily with their selections. They've kind of gone for a mix of resting one or two guys that maybe need a rest or that deserve a rest, and giving guys an opportunity that they know will absolutely make a huge impact. Jamie Osborne at number 15. He's been solid. He's been consistent. He's one of the better players in this team. I'm really excited to see him go again. I think he's one of those guys like a Tommy Freeman. I say he never has a bad game. If he's average, it's above average for other players. And his bad game looks a lot better than bad games for other players. So it's good to see that him there. The backline looks very strong, very fast, very skillful, very consistent. And the forward pack as well, I like it. It looks like a really good forward pack, and I think they are going to absolutely step up their game this week, even more than they did against England. Moving on to the bench, Tom Stewart gets a start, which I'm so happy to see. He does. Start off the bench. He really deserves it. I think he's going to take this opportunity with both hands. And remember, after the next World Cup, guys like Kelleher might not be there for much longer anymore based on their age. So it's good to give guys like Stewart some game time for them to get more confidence in the system. And I think Ireland do have two very good hookers for the future in Dan Sheehan and Tom Stewart. Milner at number 17 and Clarkson at number 18. I like the look of the bench front row. Hopefully they do get chucked in the deep end a bit in the second half, because I think with these guys that are maybe a little bit more inexperienced, if you chuck them in the deep end together, they'll go through that experience together, they'll learn from it together, and they'll get better together, especially surrounded by guys like a McCarthy coming on, a Josh van der Fleer coming on, or guys already on the field like a Doris, a Conan, or a Furlong even. So I think a bit of inexperience mixed, like a little bit of inexperience mixed with a lot of experience, will only help these guys that are inexperienced a lot on the field. So it's going to be, I do like the blend, I really do. Joe McCarthy at number 19, he's going to try and make a massive impact. And I think right now there's a bit of a healthy competition between the locks there. I know right now it probably is better for Tide to play in the loose forwards, but for this game, if you are looking to play McCarthy on the bench, it just makes sense to have Byrne at lock. And I think James Ryan's been solid. He's been one of the key guys in the engine room for Ireland recently, so I think he won't lose a spot in the starting lineup. I think James Ryan in general is a bit of a better starter than he is a bench player, and I do see the likes of a Joe McCarthy that can kind of come on like an Archie Snyman kind of a guy. They play together at Leinster that can just make a bit of an impact, show his athleticism a bit, and when the game does open up, he can maybe sniff a few opportunities, get a line break or get a half break, and he can let his skills go, because he can do very good offloads as well. Josh van der Fleer at number 20. Awesome to see him there. He had a really good game against England, and this guy's an absolute athlete. I do think if it was Ireland's first choice team, I think Van der Fleer would be starting. But I mean, having guys like Conan and Timoney in the starting lineup just shows how good this Irish team actually is, where their whole 23 is playing. So Josh Van der Fleer will look to make a big impact, and I think he will. And as I said, McCarthy and Van der Fleer will add a lot of experience coming on with the more inexperienced guys in the team. Number 21, Nathan Doak. I'm so happy to see this. This is going to be absolutely awesome. He's been phenomenal, and I think he's going to take this opportunity with both hands. He's a guy he's really good with the boots. He's really good at kicking for poles. He's a very good player. He's been playing really well for Ulster. And I think him playing alongside Crowley will be good for him. It might even add a different selection headache for Andy Farrell going forward if he plays really well. Maybe they will choose Doak over Craig Casey going forward. But I really do like Doak, and I think it's going to be awesome. He knows the likes of a McCloskey. He knows the likes of a Stockdale. He knows the likes of a Balakoon. He knows the likes of a Timoney as well. So he's going to be very comfortable coming onto the field as well. So it's really good to see guys like that playing together, and I'm really glad to see him getting an opportunity. There is a star by his name, so I think it is his debut, which, I mean, that's going to be awesome for him. I think hopefully he can get 25 to 30 minutes, and he will show just how good he is. I didn't really know him that much before the start of the season, but I've been watching him for Ulster, and he's been one of the standout players by far. He just looks like the real deal. He looks composed. He's actually a bit of a tall guy as well. He's a bit of a physical, imposing figure. So he's really good. He's got some very crisp service, and he's a good athlete as well. So it's going to be awesome to see him come on. Number 22, Farrell. It's going to be awesome for him to get an opportunity as well. I think he's going to really light it up in the backline when he comes on. Number 23, Frawley. A bit of a Swiss Army knife. Can play all over the field. He is moving clubs at the end of the year. Is it to Ulster or is it to Connacht? It's to Connacht. So I'm trying to keep up the Irish club news. It is difficult. But I mean, Frawley, a phenomenal player. I think this is a really good bench as well. A really good balance of inexperienced players and guys that are experienced that have done really good things at the top level. So this is a very exciting team. It's definitely not the exact full strength team, but you can definitely see that Ireland are respecting Wales with the selection they've chosen. It's a very strong team, and I look forward to seeing how they go in the weekend. If you guys do agree with some of my takes, let me know in the comments down below. If you disagree, let me know as well. That's just my reaction to the team. It came out literally a few minutes ago. If you guys do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.